Hello, lovely crafty people. I'm Debs. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, The Creative Book Shack. It's Tuesday. You know what Tuesday means. Tuesday means Twinchy Day. I forgot to do them last. Well, I didn't forget to do them. I was really busy last week. So I didn't do any last week. So I thought I had better do some this week. Now, I was decoupaging napkins onto a page or pages in my masterboard book, Heidi Grows Up, where I make mini masterboards basically. And I put this napkin onto a book page and it reminded me of Dutch pottery. And then I remembered I had these two postcards that it would appear my parents sent to my uncle and aunt. Mum must have given them to me. And I would make a Dutch themed, blue and white Dutch themed twinchies. I have ink, I have ribbon, I have postcards, I have bases, I have glue, I have scissors. Let's go. So first of all, quickly, I'm going to ink these. This is Broken China. The colour is Broken China. And it ties in, I thought, with the colours in the postcard. So I shall just quickly go and do these. Feel free to fast forward. Well, actually, I could pause you, couldn't I? Hold on. Okay, 4 inked twinchies. I think ribbon next. Yeah, I think ribbon next. So I shall put some fabric glue along there. And we'll stick that onto there. Cut that off. Oh, that's not straight at all, is it? Better. Not brilliant, but better. And we will have this one this way up. Getting very blowy outside. We've been out to a national park today for a nice drive in the countryside. It's called the Peak District. It's the oldest national park in Britain, and it is celebrating its 75th anniversary this year, which is great. There's such beautiful views. I mean, they're not mountains by any stretch of the imagination. They are peaks, tall hills. But the little villages that are dotted about through the countryside are just beautiful. It's a shame the weather wasn't slightly nicer. At one point it was like we were driving in a cloud, but it's quite changeable today. So, you know, you could be driving with the windscreen wipers on 1 minute and your sunglasses on the next. It's so pretty in the countryside. And I actually like the fact that it rains quite a lot here, to be honest. It makes it very green. Now, I've got 2 of those. They're different. I'm thinking the girls on one maybe the boy on the other. Yeah, I think I'll just take all the children. I'm going to save the rest though, because I like these sailing boats and the windmills. So let's have a ruler. There must be one around here somewhere. There's one. 2 inches takes me from her hat to just on her hands. So I am going to cut that off there and avoid the tulips. And I'm going to cut that up there. This is the one without the stamp on it. When my parents were younger, they were retired, but they bought themselves a caravan that they could tow on the car. And every June, they would head off to mainland Europe for a month without any idea where they were going. They would book ahead to sites just a day or so in advance, but they'd literally get the ferry over to France, drive the car off the ferry, and one of them would go, should we go left this time? And then they'd head up north. Yeah, that works. So we want this one to be roughly the same. And they just spend a month driving around Europe, stopping in small towns and villages and cities as well sometimes. Sometimes they'd go south, sometimes they'd go east. West would have brought them back to the UK, so there was no point in that. They took more exotic holidays. They did like to holiday, my parents. But yeah, that month, early summer, before the schools had broken up for the summer holidays, was their chance to explore, and they took full advantage of it. And who can blame them? Lovely thing to be able to do. Right, that's the second one. So he's going to go on there. I think I'll have both of them on this one. Will I fit both of them in? Yes. Top of that hat will take it just below the waist. So let's chop across there. I'm going to keep the boat and the geese. And let's quickly this is my cross between fussy cutting and kiss cutting. Or I'm just fussy cutting very badly, which is probably more the truth. I don't like that white bit, but I actually don't think it's going to show once you get it on the background. So I hope everybody is well. We're not doing too badly at the moment. We're looking forward to going down to see my daughters and my our grandchildren. Yeah, that one can go on there. And then I think we'll have this little group of kids here. I'll just have the children, I think. I'll keep the geese for another day. And I'm going to keep the windmill for another day. But I might... Should we keep some of the birds? Let's give this a go. And my eldest grandson is going to be 3 a week today. So on his birthday, his parents are taking him out somewhere. It's all a big surprise. So we're going to go down for the day on Monday of next week to give him all his presents, which should be fun. I will get to see both of my daughters and also all 3 of my grandchildren. The youngest 2 are only 6 months old. They're all on holiday at the moment in Cornwall. They've all gone away together. They often do. My daughter's partners were friends a long time before they met my daughter. Do I want the clouds? Yes, I think I do, but I don't think I want that white bit in the middle. So I'm going to take it out without cutting it completely apart. There we go. There we go. Right, move this lot out of the way. I think I am going to have to go around the edges of these because they're very white. This is postcard stock, obviously, so it's thicker, and I don't like to see the white edges if you look at it sideways. Now, quite why I would want to look at all of my twinches sideways, I do not know. But just in case I do, I don't want these white bits staring at me. So I'm just going to go round these edges roughly. Doesn't need to be perfect. Perfect's overrated anyway. Where's the ink pad? There's the ink pad. When you do this, you don't really notice that you've done it. But if you don't do it, you really notice that you haven't done it. And so, well, I do anyway. Maybe that's just because I'm awkward. Who knows? Who knows? Right. They are inked as much as I am going to ink them. Now, I am going to stick them on. Here comes the glue. Once it's rolled down to the end here, there we go. You can go there. Do you know, I have so many postcards. Mum's been palming a load off on me. Those are old ones. But also, I went through a stage of just buying them all the time, and now I have hundreds. Yeah, hundreds and hundreds, and I've got to start using them. Now, I'm not going to send them to people. They're not those sort of postcards, but I have to use them in my crafting because otherwise, what's the point of them? Right, I need to snip a couple of bits off. I need to snip that bit off there. I'm going to lose the very tiniest bit from the top of her hat. I think I am going to get my white pintle pen and just stick some dots down. Oh, they're soaking in too much, aren't they? The first one was all right, but they're soaking straight into this ribbon. I'm sure they'll be fine. So we'll take that. Ooh, that one was too big. Don't press so hard, Raina. There we go. Oops. That's it for that one. And then, do I actually want to do this or not? I might take, what's that? That's a 0.5. I have no idea what that one is because it doesn't say. Zero 0.3. No, we'll go with a 0.5, I think. And let's see if this is going to work. Don't forget, this is actually a napkin under here. So it could just spread off into the distance and look absolutely hideous. But I just want to outline it a bit. So the joy of doing it on postcards is if you actually get it on the postcard and you're quick, it should just wipe off. Am I happy with that? See, then I can go over that bit, but you can bet I'll smudge it. No, I think those are okay. So we'll carry on and do these ones. These are really simple twinchies. Nothing complicated here. But like I say, we've been out for the day. So it is actually reasonably late for me to be up here crafting. We had a really lovely lunch outside this hotel, despite the fact that we had to wipe all the seats down because it was threatening to rain, but we wanted to eat outside. And we put one of those sun umbrellas up above the table, and a gust of wind came and nearly took the table and our drinks and dinner with it. Luckily, we caught it, but we persevered. And in the end, the sun came out, and it was very lovely sitting outside in this lovely little village having lunch. I think I'm going to leave those there, for today. I'm going to find my double-sided sticky tape. Try not to smudge them too much. I'm just going to put a bit of this on each of them. just lightly. Then we will figure out where we are in the book. That was the last one I did. Oh, okay, we've got an off-white page. That should work. Let us see if... No, I've just pulled the whole thing off. That's useless. I'm so bad with this tape. Right, I don't want that bit because I folded it over. Let's just try that bit. Let's put it on a different way to where I've just torn the paper off. And let's be sensible about this and get something sharper than my fingernails, which may work. Oh, I've done it again. Look at that. Just come straight off. Right. Okay. I'm going to glue them, but I am going to glue them with glue stick so they come off when I want them to. I'm just putting a line of glue stick over them. Okay, you go there. You're the opposite one of those, aren't you? Yes. Is it even worth? No, it's not. I'm just going to pull it off. Put that on there. It's because I think this book is old. It's a copy of Heidi Grows Up. I've covered the pages, but I'm pretty sure it was 1947. Oh no, 1948. There you go. Look, reprinted 1948. And the papers are quite soft. So I'm just going to have to pull that off because it's not going to work. We'll put glue stick on there too, just a line of it. We will put that on there. Finally, we have this one. Oh, that one actually worked. We'll go with that. Oh, look, it's come off this side now. Let's put some of that on there. Stick that tissue back down. Put you alongside your friends. And there we go. Here is a pen. And we will put... What do I put on the other ones? Just the date, yeah. Tuesday, May. Shall we say it's the 12th? Yes, let's say it's the 12th. 2026. And there are my little Dutch children, Twinchies, on decoupaged paper that I thought looked like Dutch tiles. And they're quite cute. Thank you for stopping by. Always lovely to see you. Check out Jen at Sassy Southern NC Girl, who hosts Twinchy Tuesday, and also JanetKay, who was the original creator of Twinchy Tuesday. She is at Sunflowers and Joy. And have a look at the hashtag Twinchy Tuesday, because the variety of different ideas that people have and the different Twinchies they put together is just fabulous. So thank you for watching. Thank you to everyone who takes part in Twinchy Tuesday, and a special thanks to Jen at Sassy NC Girl and JanetKay at Sunflowers and Joy. I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.